Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Loc'D, and today we're going to talk about a video that I should have been filmed like a minute ago. Like today is July 20th, 9:14 at night, and I've been should have showed y'all this video, but I do think that there is no time in the present, and why not share it? Why not tell y'all what's going on? So a couple months ago, this happened.
Oh my god. I won best event for the Always Black Awards, and I'm just sitting here with my friend eyeballs piercing into the side of my neck. And I'm just freaking out a little bit, but also not. It's just shock. Thank y'all for voting for me. I truly appreciate that. And I don't even know what to say.
That happened, I realized like maybe Blackoween is really out here in these streets. And I also want to give a big thank you to everyone who voted for me. And I also want to give a big thank you to Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin for getting people in his chat to also vote for me. There are people that I knew, but it just means a lot that people are willing to support me. So I won this Always Black Awards of 2023. They give you like this cool plaque, which I think is dope. And they also gave me a lot of cool goodies. They gave me an Always Black tote. And I really like this tote, and I take this tote everywhere. But I should have probably showed you before I did that, but I didn't do that. I also want to say big shout out to Penguin Random House and also Cree, who also hosts the Always Black Awards. And I never thought that Blackoween would win Black Event of 2023. So I really appreciate that. And I also really appreciate all my co-hosts, everyone who took the time to sit there and be a part of Blackoween. It just means a lot to me. Last year was his 3rd year. This year is his 4th year, and I can't wait to tell y'all the stuff that's happening. So it just really means a lot to me that people are taking time out of their week, because even for me, sometimes doing readathons can be so long. It can feel like there's a lot going on, and I feel like I can't participate in them even if I want to. So the people who are actually spending time to participate in the readathons and reading more Black crime fiction, it really means a lot. And I know I've said that before, but I just really want to let y'all know that it means a lot to me. Also, to not shamelessly plug my Patreon, if you get the highest tier on my Patreon, I give you early access to everything that has to do with Blackoween all year long. So that's another perk. So I'm going to show you the many books that they gave me. So they gave me this book right here, which is called Black Food by Bryant Terry. And if you open the book, which I will have an insert here, there's just so many cool things happening in the book. There's so many recipes, there's so many stories, and just key points of things that you should know of how to cook certain foods that's associated with different African diaspora cultures around the world. And I just thought that was super cool and super dope. They also gave me this, Michelle Obama, The Light We Carry. I've always wanted to read this book by Michelle Obama. I think that them giving it to me in the package that they did, I thought it was really cool. I really liked the presentation, and I'm just really happy that I received this. I got this one. So I got this book by Beyonce. It is a little golden book. It's a biography of Beyonce, okay? And I think it's quite fitting that I am filming this on July 20th, because this is the night that Beyonce is gracing our presence in Minneapolis, in the state that I'm living in, with her Renaissance tour. I ain't got B money, but I'm gonna be right here in this seat. Amen. I know that's right. I know that's right. I got this one, and this is by Harry Belafonte. I've always wanted to know more about Harry Belafonte, and this is a biography again, a little golden book. I plan to read these myself and then send them off to my great niece, because why not? I got this one, which is Glory, and Glory is a book written by, I would assume, a African writer. It's also the Booker Prize of 2022 on the short list, to be exact. It talks about that glory chronicles the fall of the old horse, the long-serving ladder of a fictional country, and follows a rambunctious nation of animals on a path towards liberation. And it's inspired by an unexpected fall by the coup in 2017 of Robert G. Mugabe, Zimbabwe's president of nearly 4 decades. So I think that this would be kind of like a literal fiction. And I don't know if it's literal fiction, but the way that I'm reading the back of this book right now, it feels very literal fiction. So I would love to get back into this. I did also read that this book is also have some humor in it as well. So I'm excited to get into that. I got this, which is Gone Like Yesterday by Janelle M. Williams. And as you can see, the cover of this is just so freaking beautiful. I am totally in love with the cover of this book, and it talks about there is so much music in the engrossing pages of Gone Like Yesterday, and the songs of mothers and daughters and brothers and sisters, would-be lovers, and the ancestors who watch over us. And I'm really excited to get into this book one day. It's a magical memorizing debut that comes straight from the back of the book. And I love books that have magical elements, so I'm excited to read in them. I also want to let you know that most of the books I'm going to talk about that Penguin Random House gave me as a gift for winning this award, it feels like they are literary fiction, which is not a genre I'm always into. You know, I like to be where the creepy crawlies reside, but that don't mean I can't switch it up, because when it comes to us, I'm about it. You got to know. I also got this one, and this is The Rising Troublemaker, a fear-fighting manual for teens, and this is by Lovey. I truly like Lovey. I've watched their TED Talks, and I just thought that they were super informative, so I'm excited to read it. And if you look at the back of the book, it's like, read too much, speak the truth, fight fear. And that's really what Lovey is all about. And this is The Rising Troublemaker, a fear-fighting manual for teens. And I think because I work with children, I think this would be a really good book for me to keep into my toolkit when working with children and teens. I also got this book. So this is The Scent of Burnt Flowers, and this is by Blitz Bazawule. And I've heard of this author, and I've seen this cover before. It is stunning. Like, this cover is so beautiful. And I don't know much about what it's going to be about, honestly, but I just really love the cover. So I'll read a little bit while I'm also showing you parts of the book. Is that fleeing persecution in 1960s America, a black couple seeks asylum in Ghana, but old secrets and fresh dangers threatens their newfound freedom in this hypnotic debut novel. And I see some stuff that's going on with like an FBI agent on their trail while they're traveling to Ghana to seek help of an old college friend of Melvin, who happens to be Kwame Nkrumah, the country's embattled president. So I hope that there is also like a mystery in there. There's also some mythology happening in this book too. So I feel like the cover is very alluring, and I can't wait to get into this one as well. And honestly, I don't know when I'm going to read this book, because they sent me over 20 books, and I never thought I would be on the internet being like, oh, this company sent me over 20 books, but I'm that girl today, and I'm really proud of myself, so I don't care what y'all saying. I also got this book, which is Caste. I have been trying to get my hand on this book for a long time, and I've been like, I don't know when I'm going to get to it, because I know that it is going to tear me apart. I don't listen to what people are talking about this book. I just know that it's going to give a lot of good nonfiction parts about what's going on in the world. I feel like there may be some mentioning of slavery, being brown in the country, etc. One review of this book by Barack Obama says powerful and timely. I cannot recommend it strongly enough. And also the LA Times said that Isabel's studies surpasses many books on institutional racism by reframing the problem as something more vast and more concrete than that. We suffer under a caste system with a dominant, shrinking group fighting for continued supremacy and the lower caste fighting still for human rights. And you know, I just feel like that is so important, and I feel like why are people so against basic human rights? I don't know, capitalism, to name a few, just to name a few. I also got this book, and this is Talia Hibbert, Unfairly Cute. Oh, Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. The cover of this is super stunning. I think it's really beautiful. I think that because I read Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and what is it, the Brown Sisters trilogy, that I could possibly be into this. I'm just really not into reading romances, so if I have to, I will do it. But I do like Talia's writing. I feel like Talia is one of those authors that's going to get to the point, baby, and I love it. Give us to the point, bring us to where the point reside. Okay, I also got this book. This is Call and Response, and this book is by Gatatone Myung. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm gonna tell you that right here, right now. It is a very beautiful book. I think that the different postures of the two femme presenting people on this cover is very cool. I think that this book's gonna have a couple different stories, and this is a debut of major talent, is what one person described this book. And it's a young widow in Botswana adheres to the expectations of wearing mourning clothes for nearly a year, though she is unsure what the tradition means or whether she is ready to meet the world without their protection. And then it goes on to talk about like different traditions and families and navigating relationships and caretaking and all these things that is going on in this village. And I think that I think it will remind me of a book that's written by Yagazi. And I may want to read this. I don't know when I'm going to read this, but I'm also really liking that Penguin Random House sent me a bunch of books written by African authors, which I think is so cool, because I've always wanted to increase reading books from different African countries that is not typically like Nigeria and Ghana. So this one is Botswana, so I'm excited about that. And last but not least, but definitely last, is this book, which is the autobiography of Skin. I've seen this book all over my Libby, and I've been like, I'm gonna have to get up in that. And this book is a magisterial, intimate look at Black womanhood, the grief that is carried within the body, and the bond of love that grants strength. And I think that this book is going to rip me apart. That's all I will say about that. I just think that books that talks about Black women and our body and how we are experiencing different traumas. Grief is also a trauma that it just really hits you in all the feels. I also will say that I love the cover of this book as well, and how, you know, thick how thick the person is on the cover, and I really appreciate that as well. So these are all of the books that was sent to me, and I'm super pumped about it. And again, thank you everyone who voted for me in the Always Black Awards. When it comes out again, I'll be sure to share that with y'all. And I don't know what else to say, but just thank you. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Blackoween is coming up in just a couple months, and I can't wait to share with y'all what's going on. See y'all later. Bye.